Hello my fellow trainers and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go PvP Showcases. Today we have some Kanto Cup battles in store for you, so if this is content that you enjoy, please be sure to like and subscribe because I truly enjoy making these videos. So, the team in the spotlight today is Beedrill, Blastoise, and Alolan Muk. A little fun fact, Blastoise and Muk are two of my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time. I've just always liked them for the longest time. Blastoise is my favorite water type, Muk is my favorite poison type, and I'm a Kanto fan through and through, so really excited to show these battles to you guys today. And I'm glad that they're performing well in this meta within the Kanto Cup. So just let me give a quick rundown of this team and why I'm using it and why I think it was effective. Beedrill on the lead. In the last video that I uploaded, I had Beedrill in the back. So I kind of wanted him to switch roles and see how Beedrill does in the lead. And guys, I'm just going to tell you, if you want wins, Beedrill can just get them for you. Like, he just wins. I don't know how to explain it. He just has such good coverages on the meta with his movesets, with Poison, Bug, and Ground. It's just such a vast assortment of moves that can be super effective and really flip a lot of matchups depending on wherever you choose to put him on your team. But in the lead, Beedrill is actually good because he can also force shields early on, like say you get a Hypno lead. It might be unfavorable, but you can launch an X-Scissor and either do super effective damage or potentially get a shield. If you get a Nidoqueen lead, you can take a Poison Jab, launch a Drill Run, potentially get a shield. Beedrill is just all around a fantastic Pokemon. If you are looking for something to invest in, I highly suggest Beedrill because he's not just good in the Kanto Cup, he is also good in the Open Great League and, pretty much any Great League meta. So, it's not the most accessible because it does require the use of an Elite Charge TM to teach it Drill Run. And if you're going to run Beedrill, I highly recommend teaching it Drill Run because that's how you really get the most out of it. But then we have Blastoise and Alolan Muk on this team. And this is honestly kind of like having two safe swaps because both of these Pokemon in their own right are great for the safe swap role. And you can really just, kind of dictate which one you think would be better to swap into depending on the team that you're facing. And Blastoise is good because obviously there's a lot of Nidoqueen in this meta, and Blastoise is a very tanky Pokemon in general. So then we have Alolan Muk in the back. I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing Hypno everywhere in this meta. I see AWAC a lot, and just Dark in general has a lot of good neutral matchups in the Kanto Cup meta, so Alolan Muk performs phenomenally. And we're running the Dark Pulse and Gunk Shot variant of Muk because a lot of people run Acid Spray on Muk or they run Sludge Wave, but on this channel we're all about the big boom, so that's why I decided to run Gunk Shot. And it's not that bad, honestly. It takes 6 Snarls to get up to a Gunk Shot, so that's not terrible. And speaking of Snarl, we're not running the Poison Jab variant because Charm, at least in the battles that I've been playing, and is not quite as common as like a Hypno or a Alolan Marowak, like I mentioned before. So that's why we're running Snarl on Alolan Muk. And let me go over Blastoise's moveset real quick. We're running Water Gun, Hydro Cannon, Ice Beam. Just want it to be known that Hydro Cannon is also an Elite Charge TM move, but very well worth it. It's definitely the best move that Blastoise has access to, and it hits pretty hard because it's also Stab. But okay, my fellow trainers, without further ado, let's hop into the first battle of the showcase. Alright guys, so in the first battle we get Beedrill into an Alolan Muk. And this is what I mean by Beedrill having such good coverages on the meta. We can go ahead and farm up to this Drill Run here and launch it at the opponent. We get to it before they throw their Dark Pulse, so that's good. This is probably going to get a shield. It does just that. So we already, very early in this game, get a shield down. They're going to throw their charge move at me now, and I go ahead and decide to shield that because Dark Pulse absolutely chunks Beedrill, and I want to try to go ahead and get another shield. I farmed up, and I'm throwing an X-Scissor here. Maybe we can shield bait our opponent and get shields down early game. We do just that, and I was trying to swap into my Alolan Muk, but I'm going to go ahead and have to take this on the chin. I don't want to use my last shield just yet. Yeah, look at that. Dark Pulse absolutely chunking Beedrill, so I go ahead and swap into my Alolan Muk. We're hitting each other at about an even rate because we both know Snarl. They get to their Dark Pulse or their charge move before I do, and it's actually a Sludge Wave. It does resisted damage, but look at that. That hit for about half health, so we're it's looking a little dicey here. We throw our Dark Pulse at them, and they bring out a Wigglytuff, which is actually not good because we know Snarl, and we don't resist Charm, and we get to the Gunk Shot just in time. Oh my goodness. Is this going to hit and take out the Wigglytuff from this range? Let's see. Oh, Muk, you absolute animal! This is what I'm talking about, that beautiful ball of sludge. So we one-shot the Wigglytuff there, which is a very decisive factor. We come in with Blastoise and farm down the Alolan Muk. They bring out a Shadow Hypno. We're loaded on energy with this Hydro Cannon, and since that Shadow Hypno is debuffed due to the shadowness of it, we're going to go ahead and hit for a lot of good damage, and we actually get to a Water Gun before they throw their charge move, and we get a beautiful first win with this team. Guys, let me tell you, when I was playing this battle, and I just got to that Gunk Shot right before the Wigglytuff took me out, I was hyped beyond all belief. Alolan Muk, like I said, is a beautiful ball of sludge, and I just want to give a moment of appreciation to him. Okay, Muk appreciation over. Let's get into the second battle. We get Beedrill into a Shadow Hypno, which is not a great lead because Confusion chunks, but we're going to go ahead and throw this X-Scissor. Again, this is what I mean by Beedrill covering the meta. Throwing the X-Scissor on the Hypno, chunks for a lot of good damage. We bring in Alolan Muk to hit some super effective damage with those Snarls, and oh my goodness, we're going for another Gunk Shot. Is this gonna land? Like I said, on this channel, we're all about the big booms and the flexing and finessing, and look at that! Does not one-shot, but it does big damage to that Lickitung, who is bulky, so the quicker we get this bulk monster out of here, the better. I go ahead and shield this one. I probably could have let that go in hindsight, but I guess I want to keep Muk alive to face Hypno. Potentially, if I can win switch here, that'd be good. But if I get a shield here too, that's fine. We do get the shield, so we're both even on them now. And since Lickitung is doing resisted damage with Lick, you know, we're not under so much fast move pressure, which is good. They throw Body Slam. I don't shield that one. Throwing this Dark Pulse. I knew that Body Slam wouldn't take me out from that range, so let's see what the opponent decides to do here. They don't shield it, so we've won switch, and let's see what Pokemon they decide to bring back out. It is that Hypno. We get a couple of Snarls in before they take us out, which is beautiful, but that Hypno must be pretty loaded on energy, so I have to be decisive with what I bring in here. I bring in Blastoise because he is quite bulky, but I don't know, I go ahead and shield this one in the event it's a... Oh, it's a Focus Blast! Oh my goodness, he tried to boom me for real! They bring out a Dugong, so this is interesting because they still have a shield, and we resist the moves from the Dugong. Blastoise being a water type, he resists ice, but Dugong also resists us. So this is interesting. They're going to throw an Icy Wind here to try to debuff our attack, and I swap immediately into Beedrill to clear the debuff, try to get this X-Scissor before they get to the Icy Wind, but they launch it just in time. This is actually going to hurt quite a bit, and it debuffs our attack, which is very unfortunate, and they still have a shield, so this might be a pretty tough one to pull off. They decide to shield the X-Scissor there after they debuffed us. What? Oh my goodness, I can't believe we got that shield. And this is actually very good because Blastoise, this is where his tankiness comes in handy. He can really tank these Icy Winds and those ice attacks for days. We get to another Hydro Cannon on top of that, and we take out the Dugong, farm down the Shadow Hypno for another strong win. Blastoise gets us the second win in a row. Well, you know, he technically got the win last game, but let's be honest, Alolan Muk got that first win. But, okay, so with that, I just want to say, like, Blastoise, his bulkiness really won us that game there. And it's a good thing we decided to shield because we almost got boomed with that Focus Blast. That most certainly would have taken us out. Well, even though Blastoise is bulky, I'm not sure he would have survived a Focus Blast from a Shadow Hypno. But okay, in the third battle, we get Beedrill into a Nidoqueen. And I want you guys to notice a pattern here. First game, we had a Alolan Muk lead. Next game, we had a Hypno lead. This game, we have a Nidoqueen lead. None of those are, like, overly favorable, but because of the moves Beedrill has, we can get shields early on. We just got the shield from the Nidoqueen with the Drill Run. And keep in mind, too, even if this is Earth Power, it is a Poison Fang, but that's not super effective against Beedrill because of his bug typing. We go ahead and swap into Blastoise here to try to get some super effective damage in with Water Gun, save some energy on the Beedrill, and they launch an Earth Power at Blastoise, which does hit for quite a bit, but thankfully the tanky Blastoise will not be one-shot by it. We get to a Hydro Cannon before they launch another move, and they don't shield it. We take out the Nidoqueen, and we still have both of our shields intact. They bring out a Hypno, which is lovely. We're actually able to get to a Hydro Cannon before they Confusion us down. And you already know after this, we're coming in with that Alolan Muk to try to take out this Hypno, launching some Snarls at it, getting it as low as possible. And I'm still not really under shield pressure here. I don't believe he's farmed up enough for it to be a Focus Blast, but I go ahead and shield it just because I want to go ahead and, make sure I get to some good energy on this Alolan Muk. We go ahead and throw the Dark Pulse here before they get to another charge move. We get their last shield, which is beautiful. Just trying to farm up some more energy. I believe this is probably going to be another Thunder Punch. Let's see what it is. Oh no, actually it's a Shadow Ball. Resisted damage, but it still hits for quite a bit, all things considered. And they get to another charge move just before they take us out. But we farmed up to a Gunk Shot, I want you to notice there, so that's why I decided to shield. You know, I'm trying to flex in this showcase video for you guys. And it is a Snorlax, so this is what I'm doing. Pay attention to this. Throwing a Dark Pulse. I could have done this backwards, by the way. I realized that after the fact, but oh well. It still works out either way. We throw a Dark Pulse, farm up to the Gunk Shot, and I want you guys to just look at this beautiful display of power. Gunk Shot taking out the Snorlax, one Dark Pulse, one Gunk Shot, and the very tanky Snorlax is out of there. Snorlax, I love you, but you gotta go if you're on the other opponent's team. Snorlax is my favorite Pokemon, though, for real. Here's your daily reminder to drink water if you haven't already. But okay, into the next battle, we get Beedrill into a Snorlax. Speaking of Snorlax, the beautiful bear. All he wants to do is eat and sleep. You know, I feel that on so many levels. Well, we go ahead and we're trying to farm up to a Drill Run there. They launch a Body Slam. We don't quite shield it. That does hit for a lot of damage. And they bring out a Primeape. And I threw an X-Scissor here. Just a classic goofy moment for me. I probably should have just committed to the Drill Run, but they shield it. It all works out, you know. Mission failed successfully. Tried to farm up to another, or, to the Drill Run there. And they launch a charge move. I go ahead and shield this. And oh my goodness, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they got the attack buff there. So they're going to be hitting for a lot of damage. And we get both of their shields down, which is awesome. But they are buffed. And Alolan Muk's not good to come in on this matchup because he would be taking neutral damage from those counters. And look, he's even chunking Blastoise here. And I'm in quite the predicament here. I decide not to shield it. But look how much damage that Night Slash does. And they get an attack buff again. Are you kidding me, Pokemon Go? This is a hard match to come back from. They launch another Night Slash. I decide to shield that one. We load up to a Hydro Cannon. And they bring back... It's a double fighter team. I come in with the Alolan Muk. In hindsight, I should have just thrown the Hydro Cannon there. But I believe in this battle, saving Blastoise there actually was a pretty decisive factor in me winning this game. We get a little bit of lag there on top of everything else. But look at this, guys. Another Gunk Shot. We're all about the Gunk Shots in these sets. In this video today, Machamp is out of there. My goodness, Alolan Muk. Have mercy on him. They're just absolutely... He's just destroying the competition with that trash that he's throwing at the opponent. Where Snorlax comes back out. We launch a Dark Pulse, chunking for a lot of HP. And this is why I said saving Blastoise actually saved me here. Because look, come right back in. I don't know if that was a CMP tie, but we get to the Hydro Cannon, take out the Snorlax for a very strong, close win in that matchup there. Yeah, guys, during that game, I was raging out a little bit. I was like, are you kidding me? Double fighter team, and the Primeape got the buff twice. But hey, we still pulled it out because, against all odds, Gunk Shot will be there to save the day. Okay, so getting into this last battle, this has been a lot of fun, guys. I'm really enjoying myself. Well, we get a Shadow Nidoqueen lead, so gonna just try to do what we do best with Beedrill. Farm up to this Drill Run, launch it at the opponent, and hopefully force a shield. We're not going to shield here first. It's just going to be a Poison Jab, or Poison Fang, excuse me. Wasn't enough to get to Earth Power. They bring out a Hypno, so we're going to go ahead and throw this X-Scissor. hopefully get a shield on the opponent. We could still potentially get one here, and we do. And since they swapped in, you know, we're already swapping into this Alolan Muk. We're going to go ahead and launch the Dark Pulse. We get to that before they throw their energy, which is amazing. This might get the last shield from the opponent. It doesn't, but we absolutely chunk the Hypno for some super effective damage with Dark Pulse. Not going to shield here. We're not really under shield pressure. It is a Fire Punch, which does a good bit of neutral damage, but we can survive it. We're going ahead, and I'm just trying to commit to the farm down here. And I do decide to shield this one because I just want to keep, you know, a lot of HP on the Muk. We've seen the devastation that Gunk Shot can cause, so if I can maybe farm up to one and potentially boom a Pokemon or get the shield, I'm all for it. But they bring back out the Nidoqueen, so it's better to throw Dark Pulse here because he resists poison. And they don't shield it. Dark Pulse actually chunks Nidoqueen, so Alolan Muk with Snarl and Dark Pulse, of course, is not a bad matchup against Nidoqueen. They launch a Poison Fang at us. I call their bluff. I don't think they even farmed up enough to an Earth Power there, but still, it wasn't enough to take us out from that range. We throw another Dark Pulse. We get that last shield, and we're coming in with Blastoise to farm it down real quick. Aggressive swap there, and they bring out a Sand Slash, an Alolan Sand Slash. And this is honestly probably the best matchup I have on this team for Alolan Sand Slash. I guess you could argue Muk with Snarl is good, but Water does normal damage to Alolan Sand Slash. He actually does not resist Water-type attacks, so good thing we had this matchup lined up here. They throw a Bulldoze. I probably didn't even really need to shield there, but I did it just because, and the opponent realizes there's nothing that they can do in that battle, and we pull out another strong win with this team. So, okay, my fellow trainers, as always, thank you so much for tuning into these battles. This was a lot of fun to make, guys. It was fun doing these battles and recording the commentary. Alolan Muk, if you haven't learned anything else from this video, go for the booms with Gunk Shot with Alolan Muk because it does absolute havoc, mayhem, and devastation. But, you know, in all seriousness, this was a really fun team to run. I plan on running them more because I was trying to find other teams, you know, to utilize in the Kanto Cup, but kind of ran into a brick wall with that. And this is the first team I've used that has been consistently good, so I'll definitely plan on using them more to try to climb the ranks and eventually hit Expert, and of course the ultimate goal is Legend. But okay, my fellow trainers, good luck to you in your battles, and I will catch you all in the next video.